Monday, 4th of January 2021, the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, released new announcement via his official Twitter account. According to the announcement, he said, "I have appointed a transaction advisor to assist in getting the Benin River port to actualization. Our hope is to complete all the designs and fundraising this year so that construction can begin early in 2022. The project is germane for the state's industrialization efforts. My administration will continue to prioritize development for road infrastructure, public buildings, and many projects in our rural and urban areas. The commencement of trading under the AFCFTA on 1st of January 2021 is a milestone achievement in boosting Africa's economy amidst the challenges of the coronavirus pandemic and global economic challenges. We are expanding capacity at the Edo Production Centers and the Edo Innovation Hub so that we can build an army of productive young people to grab the opportunities offered. We have success stories from these facilities already. Also, we have already initiated the Edo Tech Park as another veritable launch pad. We're confident that this initiative would empower our people to create wealth and employment opportunities to improve the state's gross development products," he tweeted. Well, I think Obaseki is trying his best, but in my opinion, all of these politicians in the whole country, their best is not just enough. That is it. Their best is not just enough. From what he started since during the time of Oshiomole, which Oshiomole himself confirmed that he's been behind, or the brain behind the success himself recorded. And since he came in his first term, this is the second term, I think he's been following that pattern. But the area which I think he needs to do better. He might be trying his best, but in my opinion, I think his best is not just enough in the area of security. We saw a video some days back, or yesterday to be precise. We saw some boys going from house to house, obtaining people from house to house in broad daylight. And this is that yesterday. It was not just the first time; it's been happening. We have been hearing a lot of things from Edo, not just now. So I think in that area, it needs to really buckle up. It needs to really buckle up. People need to be alive to enjoy all of these things that you are planning. People need to enjoy, at least by and large, in some areas, some key areas that people have been able to connect directly. When you talk about this issue of pensioners not going on the streets, not queuing under the sun for them to get their payments, which we heard, they get it, they just get alert, and that's it. And I think those are the things that people can really relate to, that, oh yes, this is what difference between what has been happening with what is happening now. Because like I've always said, Nigerians are not demanding too much. The people all over the world are not demanding too much. But let the government be responsible to a very large extent. Be responsible to a very large extent. At the end of the day, if you must have done your own part, then the masses themselves, they will do their own part. So if people can just connect with some things directly, at least they will be so happy. And this issue of Agberos going from places to places to intimidate all these partisans, market women, all in the name of getting revenue. But now people just they know how to go about it, which is much more better. So I think he can do better again in some areas, key areas that we have a direct impact on the people. So in the area of security, I think he has to do more. He has to do more in the area of security, so that people can really have a peace of mind in regards to that. So all of these things that he has rolled out, we now believe that it's not an MOU governor, just the way they made us to believe. Oh, all the projects he's been doing, they are just audio. You can't see them, but it was proved wrong. Well, What are you doing about the insecurities in your state? Exactly, that is what I say. Security is a national thing. Obaseki doesn't have rights over the commissioner of police. He can only support the police with logistics. Abuja control the police in Edo state. No, he has a lot of things to do now. But if we continue to say that, then what is the essence of the security votes? What do they do with the security votes? Are they just giving the security votes? Just like somebody is asking that, oh, it is not his business. It's still his business to a very large extent. He has to drive it. He has to drive it. If he does not have a total control over the insecurity, but he has to drive it because they get every month they get security votes. So what are we saying? So it doesn't mean the security vote is just it's for fun. He has to drive it, and that's why he's a governor. He's the governor of the state. He has to. He's the one that is the driver. That is in all facets, in all ramifications, in every aspect. He's the driver that will move things. It's not people. So people should just sit down. Are you talking about the government that is not proactive, or the government that the federal government that is just uh, singing rhetorics here and there? No, I don't agree with that. I don't just agree with that. It has a lot to do. The security vote they call it is not my. Well, my amazing governor doing great things in Benin. We have eyes and we can see. Please don't spoil your good work with motorcycles in Benin. The last experience with them was horrible. It may likely increase insecurity. I thought, like the other 35 states in Nigeria, Edo State has 3 senatorial districts. Does Benin City spans through all 3 districts? If not, what developmental and industrialization projects are being placed in those districts? Meanwhile, we can't even freely move to the state capital, Benin City, because of insecurity along the Benin Auchi Highway. These are the opinions of people. Just like I said, he needs to buckle up in the area of security. They should either sell off or concession these companies to those with the capacities to manage them. Government has no business in business. All that is required is create the enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Your Excellency, uh, Edo State level of insecurity is high, too high. Then, of course, what has happened to our Edo line, Bende Breweries, Bende Insurance, even Bende Feed and Flour Mill, we can bring them back. I know there are lots of labor issues, but still, it fits happen. Yes, maintenance. Most of these potholes started small, but very big now. Please replicate what you are doing in GRA in some of these roads to avoid using much money in future for the roads. Well, insecurity is high. There is no maintenance on our road infrastructure. Ekenwa Road construction is ongoing. Motorists divert from Erediawa and College Road to Link Ring Road. Part of College Road is terrible, close to the Catholic Church. Omorodion and Eromosele Street also um, did attention. See is believing, but we still keep watch. However, can I tell or advise Governor Gordon Obaseki to review this statement below and possibly know the writing on the wall is clear when a photoshopped version of a certificate is different from the original. It isn't a mistake but a fraud. That's what someone is saying here. And that's a different ball game entirely. What about the development he's trying to bring? That one they will settle it in court. That's it. It's not here to explain to people whether this or that. Well, everyone is entitled to his opinion. That area will be dealt with. And also, like we have been saying, let the security be on, let it be in place because, and I believe that Edo people are not to a very very large extent. They are educated, so there are lots they can do. These guys are not, they are not stupid, compared to people in the north that you'll be saying A, you'll be talking about, they'll be thinking the other way around and they'll be saying B, just like Awolowo in his days said that the best thing you can do for your people, and it will be easier for the leaders as well. When you have educated people that you are leading, it will be so much easy for you to lead them. But if you don't, they don't just understand what you are saying. It will be as if you are just speaking some kind of a language that they don't understand. So I believe if in this area of insecurity, if he can, if he's more serious or pay attention, let him pay attention to it. These guys, to a very large extent, it will record success in the area of insecurity. I believe Obaseki will record success because to a very large extent, these guys, they know, they understand, they are not really listening. Just calm them down, know what you are going to do. Let there be a lot of reforms here and there. So guys, let us hear your opinion on this.